Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Toree Saturn. Now, if you've been following my coverage of the Siactro games, who's the developer of these, you might notice that I skipped Toree Panic Pack. Now, I'm thinking about potentially going back and playing those, but the mixed reviews on Steam are kind of telling of that one. It's not the greatest, but I do kind of want to cover them all, but I just wanted to skip to Siactro's newest release, which I've been kind of waiting on for a little while. It came out last month, Toree Saturn. This one is sort of a continuation of the story and is pretty fun. I kind of like this one, especially when compared to the older ones, because this one's a little bit bigger than those. Now, anyway, I'm going to be playing through this game. I think I'm going to be getting most of the collectibles. The only thing I'm not doing is S and S plusing every level. I'm going to be getting A's on them, though, because we have to unlock bonus levels. Anyway, having said all that, welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and begin with the story. Now, this is kind of cool. The fact that it's going to try and tell like a story in this one when compared to the other ones, which have just been kind of, do whatever. So, Toree versus Hawkee. Let's go. Now, first thing you're going to notice about this game in relation to all the other ones is how fucking dope the soundtrack is. I think you can see the names of all the tracks in the bottom left as we go through a level, so if you see one that you like, you don't have to like own the game necessarily, I suppose, to know what the name of the song is. And I would almost bet that on Siactro's YouTube or something of the like, you can look the songs up there. Kind of reminds me of, wow, I can't think of the people. I keep wanting to say Blink 182, but that's obviously not it. Fucking Crush 40? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Crush 40 from the Sonic games. So we're racing Hawkee here, and I don't really want to spoil it, but we actually can't lose this race. I am going to take the time as we go through every level to pick up all of the ice cream bars, but I'm not going to pick up all of the stars as we go through the level. I'm also not going to aim for A ranks. You can see here, unlike the other level we did with Hawkee, and I think it was in a game that I played, he did not break down before we got to the end of this level, but he did break down here. You know what? This level might actually be in... wow, what was it called? Toree Panic Pack, which I didn't show, but in that version of the level, he can actually beat you in the race. I think I actually haven't shown that. The evil army, join today, get revenge, rule the world. Oh man, how eerie. I don't know. I thought it was cool that they decided to take an approach to this game that has like a little bit of a story in it, unlike the previous games. Now, I guess you can kind of look at face value the Toree, and then, let's see, it's Toree 3D and then Toree 2. 2 years later. Nice. Like I said, soundtrack is just banging in this game. It also sort of feels like we're revisiting old levels that were really cool in the previous game. And wow, not the hologram ice cream cone. Man, everybody's after my ice cream cone, bro. You'd think after I shared it with the glitch guy from the past couple games, they just asked me for a little lick of it, right? But anyway, in this level, we're actually going to get to play as Hawkee. I really like this graphic that I have of all of the characters from the Siactro games. It's really pretty. I don't know who made it, but I really like it a lot. Was there anything else? I feel like there's a lot of important stuff that I've kind of just glossed over in this game. It's been a little while, so I guess I should probably iterate that this is kind of like a speedrun-ish platformer type game, which you might have obviously already noticed. To unlock all the levels in this game, including the bonus ones, we do have to collect all the... well, I think we have to collect most of the stars. And we have to get an A on every level. While I expected to die there, I forgot that this game doesn't exactly include that. So, wow, I'm so used to dying in all these levels, I didn't realize that we couldn't in this one. So, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I might have missed an ice cream. Oh, man, I hope I didn't miss an ice cream. I guess we'll know here sooner or later, once we get close to the end. Something else I thought was cool, Saturn Food Labs. So, Toree Saturn Food Labs. Wow, I can't think of what console that this is based off of. The Sega Saturn, that's right. Nice. We did not miss any of the ice cream bars versus the cones. Or I guess, what are those things called where they're on like the sticks? Yeah, I guess they're ice cream bars, not obviously the cones like we have. So this is the next morning after that Hawkee stole You know, the ice cream, the new Saturn ice cream, I guess bars, cones, whatever. New ice cream flavor stolen by criminal organization. No, not the criminal organization, the one that exists. Suspects barricaded on Army fleet near coast. Oh my god. Dude, I'll be there right away. It kind of reminds me, there's this guy on TikTok who does like, where he acts like he's like Shadow the Hedgehog, and that's kind of what it reminds me of starting off there. So I think what I might do is kind of wait to show off all the secrets in kind of one area, because this is in an area that contains a secret within it, but I don't know. I just kind of want to play through the normal game first, and then I think we're going to do maybe speed runs after that, and then we'll do secrets at the end. I'm sure I have it all time stamped below, so if there's the one thing you're interested in over the other one, feel free to obviously navigate at your leisure. I don't think this is, despite how this game's going to kind of feel, I don't think that this is going to be a very long game. I'm really not worried about that checkpoint. I think that we have the possibility to die here, but I'm not overly concerned about it. I guess we'll know if this level gets artificially inflated. So what was I going to say? Some of those secrets actually include like bonus levels, like little mini games. There's a skating mini game that we're going to play as well. I'll go ahead and tag this one because we're pretty deep in this level for me to have to basically repeat the whole joint. And I might have missed an ice cream cone. Nah, we still got a little bit going in this level, don't we? Good thing I picked up that checkpoint, huh? Wow. The singers and all this are very pretty. I don't know who the singer of this is, but it definitely... You know, it's funny. This game had, oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm choking. Also, I just realized that I missed an ice cream bar. Hold up, 1 second. Okay, so right here is where I missed it. Anyway, we're not that far back, so I can just continue on from here. I was saying this game had the longest production time from what I understand, and probably the most cost from what I was reading on this, I think Siactro's Twitter. They were like talking about like how they probably wouldn't do another game like this just because of how much money they sunk into it versus relative to like how much they feel like they actually got done on the game. So they're like, well, I probably wouldn't see myself taking on as big a project as this again, but you never know. You never know. What was the whole point? Oh, I was saying because the music in this is like obviously a step up from the last ones, and I already liked the music in the last ones too, so it's hard to go from like and not lean into love. Okay, so these two levels kind of blend together. About not half bad. I don't think I'll land any S ranks. Yeah, I will be lucky if we see an S rank in this playthrough. I don't think I'll land any A ranks while we're while we're just kind of playing through it a little bit casually or whatever. If I happen to, that'll be really nice, but I'm not counting on it. This game has some new movement options. I don't think that Toree had the butt bounce in the last game. This one acts a little bit like it did in Orbo's Odyssey, which if you haven't played is another kind of speedrunish platformer a little bit. And it had it so that like whenever you do like your dive attack, like in a Mario game, like you would do a butt bounce, it propels you forward. I think the only star I missed here was fucking 1 star, which is unfortunate. Okay. Let me try, and I remember having trouble landing that on my original playthrough of this game as well. No, looks like we're landing mostly C ranks, which makes sense. Alright, cool, so we're on an elevator. I always thought it'd be cool to ride in a glass elevator like this, but I have a... Well, it's not anxiety, but I have a... not the best feeling on elevators. You know, it's funny. I'm not scared to get on an elevator or to be on it or anything like that. Like, I don't have any deep-seated resentment towards elevators or anything, but I have a lot of nightmares about elevators, like turning sideways and stuff, or like collapsing while I'm on them, which is so funny to me. I guess I should stop talking about myself. This game is so fucking pretty. Like you can kind of see like not the environment, I don't think you would call it, but like the background down there, all the like warships and islands and stuff. I also don't know what to think about this game in terms of like its relation to the other games and stuff. I kind of wonder if well, we'll talk a little bit more about like an overarching story and stuff, because the fact that I skipped Panic Pack, which was sort of my whole intention for ever picking up the Toree games, was to eventually play the Panic Pack and get to read the CD secret messages. But here we are. Now, if you don't remember what those are, because it has been some time, it's almost been about a year, in the Panic Pack, there, in certain levels, there are these little hidden discs, and they all say, like, really creepy secret things, but, like, they sort of allude to characters in this game. But at the same time, having reread all of them back, I wonder if they're not supposed to be, like, emulating how creepy just like Sonic CD, for example, was in some things, because it like talks about like calling like Toree the yellow blur and like how evil she is and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, I'm starting to get apprehensive about like my thoughts about this game. But then this game, some of the secrets in it make me, wonder what's going on in it exactly. I think this is one of the first levels where we can pick up a bonus level. Whoa, easy. I was a little bit scared we were getting off track there. So we were talking about bonus levels. Bonus levels in this game, some of them anyway, you can collect from like just sort of pick-upables. They remind me of cartridges of some sort, but I can't put my finger on what type of cartridges. Maybe like kind of like N64-ish a little bit. Oh, I don't think, no, it's not up there. I think it's closer to the middle-ish to end-ish of this level. No, actually, it's coming up. I just saw it there on my right. So here is the first of the secret levels that we can pick up. I'll go ahead and grab it. Thankfully, it doesn't make us immediately play it, so I'm just going to hold off on the mini-games until then, until, like, the end of this, playthrough, or, well, sort of the end. I want to play through most of the main game. That way I can, like, keep my brain and run fast mode until then. Right now, it's kind of on autopilot a little bit, just kind of getting reacclimated to both the controls and the levels themselves. Oh, I missed that ice cream bar. And I just barely managed to make it the other side, but it was kind of for naught. Oh well. Oh, but I missed an ice cream bar. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. Well, I'm probably gonna have to reset this level. Fuck, 1 second. Here's the ice cream that I missed. If only I had just turned around. I was in too much of a go fast mood. That's why I kind of prefer to do these separately. It's also why I'm not going to show the stars. The stars are probably the most boring part of this game, but there's nothing like wrong with them. It's like fun, but not fun to show on camera, if you catch my drift. I don't think you actually need each and every star in this game to unlock all the levels. I wasn't really clear on that, but cool. And wow, we've got nothing but C rank so far, despite how fast I've been kind of doing the level. Wow, this is really loud. So we're head to head, Toree v Hawkee, but unfortunately he has a big mounted cannon, so we're no match for him. If I had that, I bet I would have won that fight too. Anyway, this leads us to, I think it's called like the Temple of Ra or something like that. This is going to be I hated this level the most to speedrun whenever I was going for all A ranks, but I'm kind of excited to try this level back now that I know like all the butt bounce stuff and like certain skips and levels. I don't know. It's gonna be at least kind of fun. Whoa, easy. Oh, that's where one of the ice cream bars is. I was just like, what the hell is all that shining? And that is the first one. All right, and then this level's another one where we have a bonus level hidden within, and I kind of feel like I forgot a bonus level, but we'll see. I guess I'm going to be showing everything, so like if you're worried that you'll miss something in this playthrough, don't be. If I miss something, I'll just go back and show it. Oh, there's our second little ice cream bar. Very flamingo inhabited area. No, we got to turn around here because this is where the next bonus level is, or the like little mini game level. That one there is particularly funny. I can't wait to talk about that one when we play it because it was an April Fool's stunt by the Siactro and his little dev buddies. Wow. This level is kind of pretty. It's a little longish. Not that I care. I just mean in kind of length, not in time taken. The longest level is going to easily be the final like race level. For people who know what that is, and for people who don't, that's not too much of a spoiler. I also like that the coffins act as teleporters. That's kind of cool, right? this one here, you want to go with the grain. Absolutely, it's going to be how we do it whenever it comes time to do the speedrun portion of this. Ooh, I just noticed we have a ice cream bar here. Hey, at least we got it. That's fine. I can live with having died there in exchange for the ice cream bar. Now, I think I'm going to end up getting all the unlockable costumes in this game too, which comes from hitting certain times. The only one I'm not going to get, which has been a staple in all the Toree games, and of which I've gotten none so far, is the golden Toree, which comes from getting like crazy good times and these like S's. This game features an S plus, which is a little bit weird. Not bad, but and there is the kind of like teleporter portal that we've seen in a couple of Siactro's games. Ah, wow. I think his name is Glitchy, isn't it? Wow, I can't remember that guy's name, and I feel a little bit bad about it because I remember really liking that guy. Now, over there is my op. He's a guy who scared me many times in the first... I can't remember if he shows up in the second Toree game. I think he does, but scared me at least in the first one. So, we're in... Wow, I'm gonna have to take a break in between, like, speed running all these levels to look up the name of this guy because I feel a little bit bad. He's so cool, and he's like the main antagonist in the. Oh well, thank you for goofing that run up there. There's our final mini game to unlock. Wow, that's really fortunate, isn't it? Now you can see these characters kind of in the background. I don't know that they have a point. They just kind of go on, whoa, forever. What if there was something really scary down there when you look down? Oh man, I get in my head about that stuff sometimes. One of my favorite memes that, well, like I'm aware of, it's It's like when you're about to go to sleep and you imagine the scariest face you've ever seen in your life. I hate doing that, but I can't help myself. That's what it kind of reminds me of is, looking down. Now, the last time we were here, we had a lot of weird secrets in kind of the far off portions of this level. I think I should be able to... Yeah, I can at least grab it. I don't think I can save the landing, which is okay. At least we're getting all the ice cream cones, which means whenever we come here and we do a kind of rehash of this level, won't be so bad. Now, this level in particular, I think, is one that I struggled to get an A rank on. Not because it was so intricate or anything, but because I kept dying. And, unlike the other Toree games, I'm pretty sure, this one you retain your time between deaths. So... if I die back there at that checkpoint, my time will continue to be like 152, 53. But in the previous game, it would reset your timer. A lot of times, though, in the last one, it didn't really matter because it kills your momentum, which would kill whatever kind of a timed run you were going for. It'll be nice to go through these and get the super fast A ranks, not getting S ranks. I almost said S rank. And we've got the stars here. These ones look pretty friendly in relation to some of the other ones we've seen. I was hoping maybe seeing this guy up close would remind me of his name. Maybe like a face triggers a name type thing, but no such luck. So our ice cream was stolen by Hawkee, and then we were shot. Would you please help? And then he's like, okay, sure. Yeah, wow. This guy is so cool. It's like the little bits of story that you get from across all of the games. His scar is missing in this one, so that's a little bit weird, but oh, hell yeah. Not the name of the song here being called Our World. Not the least bit inspired by his world, is it? Oh, wow. And they got like these speed bikes all around the levels too. I didn't even notice. All right, so we're on like a 2v1 against Hawkee. Hawkee is like firing some of his aircraft carriers' cannons, but can't remember his name. Our partner in crime for this game, former enemy turned lover turned friend, is on our side, helping us by blowing these carrier ships up with his stars. So kind of cool. We know that he controls the stars now, which is cool to a certain extent. Much cooler that we've got some sick ass music while we're assaulting this aircraft carrier, or carrier fleet rather. All right. Wow, look, that one's sinking sideways. That's crazy, bro. Wow. I don't know. This felt so sick. And then I can't remember. That's called like Sea Mama or something like that. That big octopus we've seen in a couple of games now. Good thing it's never been evil. It's always been kind of a buddy, just hanging out and stuff. I think one time it had sunglasses on, so that was especially cool. Alright, so we got all the ice cream cones here, and we're at the very end of the level. That was as cool as that was, it was kind of short. Oh, nice, and we're on the inside now. Now, this is a level that I sort of struggled with a little bit whenever I played through it, and I think it was maybe for an ice cream bar. Is it this first one that's hard to hit? Oh, no. Okay, whoo, we got it that time. I was just a little bit worried there. Wow, this music's so good. Definitely reminds me of, like, some rave-ish stuff. Wow, I'm gonna hate to Control F the closed captions for this video and then look up "this reminds me of." It's hard not to repeat yourself sometimes, but we'll clean it up in the second half, don't worry. Very pretty, the ambience of the kind of like the lighting down here combined with like the darkish area in the music. I said something kind of lame whenever I first was playing through this, like to myself. I was like, you know what this music kind of reminds me of in relation to this area? Kind of reminds me of the first time as a kid you ever walked into Hot Topic. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? Like, this area is dark and it's just got this thumping kind of, I don't know, it's like not even dark ambient music. Ambient music is definitely not the right word. Maybe dark of some kind, but have we hit a checkpoint yet? A little bit worried about that. Also, are there stars on this level, or have I just completely missed them? Oh, man. Hopefully I don't have to come back here and collect any stars. That'd be nice if there was just a little freebie for me. Cool. I don't know. Power, influence, good food. Oh man, that's the McDonald's logo, isn't it? Power, influence, good food. All right, moving on. I think that's the Siactro Chinese symbol, if I'm not mistaken, that we've seen in the logo on the startup of this game. I'm not sure though. Oh, and now we hear the static sound from whenever. I think his name is Glitchy. Yeah, Glitchy, spelled with a Y. I think I'm just so used to Toree spelled with like E's and, whoa, this is eerie. So there's like I think that's the, oh wow, what's it called? The like ramen, tasty ramen game level. That there's from Kiwi 64. I think that's a version of Glitchy there. I can't tell what that level... Oh, that's another level from Super Kiwi 64, maybe? That one out there... wow, I can't think of what that is either. That's another Kiwi 64 level. That one's I think it's called Beeny, B-E-N-Y. Alright, anyway, I don't know. I thought this is like basically the... cameo level, so sorry for pausing the excitement there to sort of fan over shit. Hawkee presents. Sick, dude. Hawkee versus Toree rematch. This is awesome. Copyright 1999 by Hawkee. Only one course to select, and that's the expert one. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Speed Alley. Oh, Speed Alley. Alright, good luck to us. This one, I would say you probably have like a half decent chance of losing when compared to any other level, like considering, you know, the kind of level it is. It's a little bit difficult, and it does get even more difficult as time goes on. I wasn't able really to tell if this level was harder or if... wow, I can't think of this guy's Hawkee. If Hawkee had some kind of rubber banding to him. I don't think so, because whenever I went for the speed run of this level, he didn't like just suddenly whip past me and stuff the way that you get for a lot of the rubber banding in these types of racing games. But all right, we're doing not so bad still. Oh wow, I need to get all the ice creams on my first run through though. Oh wow, rock and roll's got a new generation. Is that not just a straight up Crush 40? Nah, ain't no way. Wow, sorry, I'm getting lost in the music here a little bit. This is sick. I don't know how this is going to go on a replay. It's going to be very hard for me to pay very much attention. So pretty. I think that, wow. I'm just kind of, I'm struck. I can't even imagine the first time that I played this level how much of a bumbling oaf I must have been. Probably just jaw agape, breathing like through my mouth heavily, like a fucking idiot. Oh man. I guess I didn't mention it either, but Hawkee stole Glitchy's scythe. Now, I said that the last level, or the last lap, is when things get kind of hard, so we got to kind of lock in here a little bit. Hawkee will warp in stuff from the other levels. That there, I believe, was a tree from Glitchy's realm. That there is obviously the battleship. To the left, we have one of those like Temple of Ra statues. Okay. And we need to fly as much as we can there. Oh, nice. Oh, this might be good practice for whenever we actually speedrun this. This is the hardest time sync for the... this is going to be the hardest time sync for the A rank, because obviously it's going to be the longest level whenever we go back and do it. Oh, dear. It's going to be a closey. Oh, I think we got it, though. Yes, sir. New costume unlocked. A Hawkee costume. Final ranking, C. Damn, I think that's all we got was straight up C's. And I think that this is the last level, so we can kind of watch the cutscene as things sort of end out here. And Glitchy comes back and gets his scythe. I don't remember how this goes. I do know that I remember thinking that they weren't very forgiving to Hawkee at all. But very cool. Maybe we'll get to see... Oh no, there's Hawkee behind us. He's just not allowed to have any ice cream. New flavor. Thank you for playing Toree Saturn. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Sorry, I'm getting lost in my head again already, re-listening to this classic Toree banger. I don't think we get anything here at the end, so I might go ahead and just cut to whenever we're going through and speed running these levels. I will be back in 2 seconds. Alright, actually we unlocked a bonus level from having completed the game. If we go down to Glamour City, which has now been unlocked, this is obviously the first level from the first game, and it has some amazing music in it too. I'm very interested. A lot of times people will work on stuff as kind of like, they'll get paid for it too, but like an opportunity to expand their portfolio. And it kind of makes me wonder, I wonder if like these guys are all in the industry or whatever, like... I could look these guys up and they would, like all these musicians I see, and I would be able to find, like, you know, where they are like working on stuff for professional game studios. I think that's one of the things that I said in the I think that's one of the things that I said in my very first Toree playthrough, but I haven't reviewed it in a long time. So these platforms no longer move, but we can dash all around the level through the little boost pads. Whoa, really lucky there. Alright, cool. And we got a checkpoint, so we're free. We get a bonus little jump every time we hit one of those... oh, easy now. Every time that we hit one of those... what is it? The like little... air pad thing, so that's nice. We still got C rank, even though I felt like we were going pretty fast on that level. So the idea for this is we're going to turn all these C's into A ranks. Now we're going to do this by really hounding, like locking the fuck in, hounding on the dash button. I actually might go ahead and restart there just so that we can get as much bonus speed as possible. One big tip that I can give you if you're going to attempt this yourself is to hold in the A button whenever you do these like distance type deals, at least insofar as you need the boost. Sometimes it makes more sense to be in the air. Sometimes it makes sense to do the butt bounce, as I had described before. Butt bounce, if you have boosts coming up, like a lot of really good boosts. Feel free to stay in the air, though. If you don't like here, I would obviously want to be on the ground for all the boost versus in the air. Although, if you have to decide, if you have both, you want to be in the air over the ground easily. I think this level has about a par time of about 50 seconds. I can't remember. Let's see. Cool, I did get an A rank. Not so bad. So that's one I won't have to repeat, except for... Ah, shit, I accidentally started the story. No! Alright, back here at the level select. I fucked that one up in a big way, starting the story back up. This is another pretty easy one. I don't remember if the time trial for this one's forgiving, but I know I didn't have to do this more than the one time, so it wasn't actually so bad. Alright, continuing to move forward here. Again, just kind of stay your best on the... boost ramps where you can. Definitely be holding in A whenever you get to the the like air boosts. I don't know what you would call. I'm sure the community has like a name for all these different things. I'm just calling stupid stuff, and I'm sure a speedrunner could easily tell you why their strategy is infinitely better than mine. But this is enough to get A ranks, which is good enough, I feel. That'll let you play through all of the game. You're not going to miss anything by having, you know, done what I'm doing. Like, we're going to get all the bonus levels. We're going to get all the... I think the collectibles, I think we do end up with all the outfits again besides the golden Toree. That's how good this playthrough is getting, is that I gotta repeat myself. Okay, a minute and 2 seconds and we got an A rank on that. Okay, so now, like, as long as I just keep locking in on all these levels, and again, this is almost like the Tour approach, Tour approach to these levels. This would probably be a little bit boring to somebody, but I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I think that, I don't think my audience is, like any stranger to my ability to be boring. That's what we tune in for. We tune in for the clear eyes guy, just kind of talking over children's games, right? At this point, I can't think of what. Ben Stein, that's his name. Okay, we're not doing too bad on this one. I feel like we're flying through this level, especially in relation to the last one. Although I also feel like the par times for all of these are like really unforgiving. You either can like pretty much get them without much hassle, or it's going to be a fucking bear. And now that I'm thinking on this level, I think this is one of the bear ones. So lock in, folks. I don't know, it surely isn't like a minute I have to land in at, is it? No, because if it is, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to end up shaving off like, holy shit, like so much time. Now maybe I could, in terms of like the collectibles, I could do a little something better there. Okay, let me try this again. Alright, we are flying through this level, but I still don't feel like we're making nearly good enough time. Okay, wait a minute, that was a pretty good time save there, but I still don't think we got it. Nope, still B. God damn it. Alright, this is my best attempt so far. I think this one might be it. Oh no, I'm choking here at the end though. Okay, wait, we might get sub 5 here. Oh, nice. We didn't get sub 5, but we got the A rank. Thank God. I did not want to play that level anymore. I like the music and everything. That was just like the I don't know, 8th time of me attempting it or whatever. So, next speed runish I have to do through this level. This level will teach you a little bit without being too penalizing that you really need to stay on the booster ramps. I think that probably what kept me from getting an A rank was not butt bouncing every opportunity that I had. Also not sweating it, but also one final piece of the puzzle was not getting all of the little ice cream cones. And I think that the snow ice bars, ice cream bars, I think those are probably what would preclude you, like while you're sweating them, as like the final cherry on top from being able to A rank all the levels. It is cool. I like the ghost data feature in this game, where like if you guys ever played any of like the old racing games and stuff, you can race against your ghosts and shit, like to get the fastest time possible, and then it's like kind of like racing against yourself. Hey, we got a sparkling S rank. So that's what I meant by like the S pluses, is that there's now a sparkling S rank. So that's really cool. I didn't think we'd get an S, let alone a sparkling S. So that's really cool. I guess if I wanted to, I could sweat out all the time trials, but guess what? I don't want to. There is one skip. I think most people, I mean, surely the speedrunning community knows, but like outside of them, like the larger community knows. I'm not sure if they're aware of a skip in the very last bonus level that'll be kind of fun to explore. Also, I saw that the bonus level, it doesn't look like that it actually unlocks until you beat the game. So if you want to be playing that bonus level, there's no skipping around. This is going to be kind of a blundering ghost, to say the least, but I still think we have the potential to hit an A rank as long as I don't like die, because we're still hitting, oh easy now, we're still hitting skips as kind of best that I can, or not skip, yeah we're skipping a lot here, aren't we? We're hitting like the speed boosts. We're still following all of my advice pretty well. Stay on boost pads as much as possible, hit the butt bounce or butt roll as much as possible. Was there anything else big to this? I wonder if this guy ever thought he would see the kind of success from the games that he makes. Like, if he ever thought that he would see the kind of success that he has. I wouldn't say that he's out and out, you know, like C rank. I wouldn't say that he's like the craziest big known name in the world or anything, but like in the indie dev community, I think like people probably like know Siactro to a certain extent, and as a result, like that's pretty big in the community. Like anytime I recognize somebody from like a game they made, I feel like that's a pretty big achievement. Not, of course, I guess being known by Dr. Dirk isn't really all that prestigious, but like being a recognizable community member is kind of big, I think. Now, I want to see if we can't like maybe get this a little bit. Oh, okay. Whoa, that was big there, I feel. I wonder how much time that's going to save us. Maybe so far we've recovered about 5 seconds or so. So this is going to be a lot more of an interesting time when compared to the last one. Last one was a bumbling failure. I can't believe we didn't do any better than that one than we did the, oh no, oh please, than we did the very first time. Okay, not bad. I think it's still recoverable. I still haven't seen our ghost, which at least means that we have the potential for a B rank, maybe. B rank. Okay, let me try that one again. Alright, we're once again outracing the ghost here. I think honestly missing that big jump is probably what did me in there. Oh no, but not this part. Oh man, this is really bad. B rank again? Shit. Alright, we're here again at the very end. I think we might be trying to go sub 112. Oh, A rank, cool. I also saw that the color of our timer changes whenever we hit a new letter rank, so that must be what it is. We can follow it with the color of the timer. Interesting. So, level select, we'll go to Fleet Exhibit. I couldn't see this one being overly difficult, but, well, I'm starting to get surprised a little bit. I do think that the last time that I played, I did have trouble with that cloud place, so I'm just forgetting just how many places that I struggled with in terms of time trials and stuff. So yeah, it looks like right now the kind of timer is a little bit like sparkly and everything. I wonder if that was that way in all of the Siactro games. Oh, I figure these boosts would be a little bit easy to miss here in hindsight, so that's just something I'm gonna have to be careful of moving forward. Wow, even seagulls here. Wow, so pretty. In the Sonic Heroes, isn't there some fucking dumbass line about seagulls? I can't remember. That's another game I'm really excited to play eventually for this channel is Sonic Heroes. I remember it's got Big the Cat in it, which is fucking legendary all-timer. It's got Omega. Oh no. Honestly, kind of a bad omen whenever I start just naming random Sonic characters. It's got Big the Cat, it's got Omega, it's got Shadow the Hedgehog. Really, star-studded cast, the only thing that would have made it better was probably Silver the Hedgehog, but I don't think he was even designed yet. But for Sonic Heroes now, it would be a couple years. Cool, we got another S rank. Neat. Level select. Sorry, I'm getting my head a little bit here. Temple of Ka is going to be one that has the potential to be difficult. It's also going to be probably the second longest one. So we can get a immediate big skip here by skipping that, all of that circle there. Then for a long time, it's just going to be about... for a long time it's going to be about just keeping pace with how much time we kind of save there. Like, not fucking up hitting the boosts, not fucking up hitting the stars as best we can, keeping our momentum between things. Okay, it looks like I can hit that while it's on the ground, so that's really nice. Keeping most of our boost off holding the A, and then just hitting the launch pads otherwise. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. And then, yeah, I was about to say, did we get the secret on this level? So that there was a little bit of a fuck up, but I wanted to get a bunch more boost off of the the like aerial launch thing. This here, unfortunately, at least by my best estimation, there's no great way to save any large amounts of time, which is unfortunate because this is probably the slowest part of this level. Wish there was maybe some boost pads for as long as it was, or if it was shorter. But we had talked a little bit about trying to save time here by following the, by going with the groove a little bit in terms of, the direction of the snake. Just don't fight the groove, even if it would be shorter in another direction. Looks like we're down to A rank time. Cool. I was following the timer in the top right there. Okay. Another level select. I keep forgetting, like, are we going level select or are we going bonus hub? Okay, yes, we can do back home next. Wonder why it's called back home. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is going to be a kind of longish level. I'm not overly concerned with getting an A rank on this one. This one should be kind of easy-ish. We just gotta actually skip some boost pads a little bit because they'll slow us down. I think, at least that's by my best estimation. The only reason we're really hitting the ground here is so that I can get an additional jump. Oh, easy. That was a little bit of a slowdown there, but I still think that we're doing all right. They have community postings for the different star rank times and stuff, which I could just look up, but I don't know. I wish I could see in-game what the star rank timers were, but it's whatever. I guess, like I already mentioned, you kind of can by just following the timer as it gets close to counting down, which is probably how the community has done it, at least for this game. These are the trees that I was talking about that they warp in during your final race with Hawkee. He's gonna, like I said, that's really the only one that I'm not even worried about, but that's the only one that should give us any real trouble is the Hawkee levels. Okay, that is another A rank. I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to do there ever since I accidentally hit the stupid ass story button. Cool, Fleet Extinction. This was a fun level. I also feel like this is one that gave me, at this point I feel like I'm saying that for every level, is like, this level gave me a lot of, it's like, did you play this game, Dr. Dirk? What the fuck? Yeah, everything gave you trouble. It's like you picked up the controller and you were bad at the game. Alright. I think we can save a lot of time whenever we're in the air like that by immediately dashing down. Shit, we could have saved some more, just like a few, yeah, what do they call it? Milliseconds there by missing that checkpoint, but that's fine. I noticed that too. As best as we can, avoiding checkpoints seems to be a good idea because there's no time that you're gonna like die and then want to go back to the checkpoint. So I still think we're probably okay in terms of landing an A rank. Definitely not going to be getting no S ranks this time. Stay on the boost pads, maintain as much time in the air as is actually possible. I'm keeping an eye on our timer in relation to how close we are to the end of this level. Wow, we might... Oh, we got an S rank. Cool. We were close to an S plus there. I could probably clean that time up. Like, certain levels I'm sure I could get an S plus on, and other ones not so much. That one there, I'm pretty certain I could get an S plus on if I really tried. So let's clean that up a little bit. All right. There we are. I don't know if it would be better for me to try to skip the boost pads here or just... grind into them a little bit, so to say. Wow, such a pretty level. Like I said, I still feel it even now. It's just such a lame thing to say. Like the vibe of just being young and not really understanding what kind of store Hot Topic is, and then like hearing this thumping, kind of like dance music, I guess, a little bit in the background. And then at our local one anyway, they used to have flashing lights inside of it as well. Wow, I haven't hit the ground for a minute. They used to have flashing lights in it as well, but I don't know if that became like a health concern because they haven't done that in like years. So and then they had like fog machines, which were really cool. Damn, it was it was real fire back in the day, but now I think all they sell is like Jack Skellington hoodies and fucking Invader Zim Gur pins, which I guess is all they ever sold back then too, to be fair. So all right, moving on. We're still doing okay, it looks like, in terms of our actual par times. Oh, we just hit S. Oh, we just hit A. We might get a B on this one. We did get B. Okay, let me try that again. Alright, I'm thinking we should have it here. It's going to be sort of close-ish again. Oh my goodness. We got it just in time, I think, there. Holy moly. That one I was really in my head about. I've been doing that one a bunch. Toree versus Hawkee rematch, as much as I don't want to. Just thinking how much I struggled with that last level. And here we got the Toree versus Hawkee rematch. Rings of Saturn. Alright, let's get it. Okay, I don't really have any great advice other than to follow. Like this level is pretty much where I got all my advice from, so it's time to put all of that into practice here. You shouldn't be spending, unless you absolutely have to, any time not on a boost. Hold A through all these so that, or your jump. I never fail to disappoint myself. But anyway, just hold your A through all of these dashes here. Like I said, you shouldn't be spending any time really not without like a movement boost of some kind. Wow, god damn it. I can't afford for the music to be getting in my head on this one. At least in this level, now that I've noticed that you can pay attention to the little like look of the timer, and it will tell you how close you are to you know, hitting the level ranks and stuff. So like if I really fuck it up and I'm like, I don't know, 30 seconds away from the par time or whatever for A, I can just go back and like just reset the level without wasting too much time. So that's good. So it looks like for all these other laps anyway, discounting this last lap, which is going to be the most important one, we've done a really good job of keeping up with all my advice so far, except for that one scuffed run. Oh, man. Okay. So good luck to us. This is pretty much the one that matters. So what you're doing here is kind of discounting what Hawkee is doing to you. So like, you know, he's got this tree here. We're trying our best to just avoid it. I do think that I kind of fucked it up a little bit, but hopefully as good as we performed everywhere else so far, it's not going to penalize us too much. Okay. All right. So we're rounding this kind of last, the last like long turn anyway. Well, I guess technically we have this one here, but it's full of boost pads that we don't really have to think that hard about. Okay, we still got sparkly S rank for now. Let's just keep an eye on it as we round our last couple of turns. Okay, we're in A rank, or we're in S rank, I meant to say, but we got A rank. Wow, we did that in the first try, which was not how I thought that was going to go. Okay, one last level to do. This one here, I've got a big skip for it, but it's probably going to take us a couple times to manage it, so let's go ahead and get loaded in here. Why do I have a ghost time for this one? Whatever. Anyway, opening up here. So I find a really big skip is to make it over to this building here, and once you make it over to the building itself, you're like free to go. You're on easy street from then on. The only issue is kind of getting over there without, well, wasting too much time. You also have to hit it at a fairly odd angle, like right here. That'll do it, but the angle I was taking before obviously won't. So we're gonna probably do this in about half as much time as it took me whenever I did this level before. I guess that's technically kind of another skip there. Oh, all right, this is really like, we've got all the hard parts out of the way. Now all it is just to bring us home, you know what I'm saying? Just don't choke. Cool. So a sparkling S, and because we got an A rank on everything, we got the whole gang unlocked as a costume. So what am I thinking from here? I think it might be in our best interest to, I'm going to show off just a couple of the outfits. Let's do Toree 3D Trio. I kind of like this one a little bit. I like that the whole gang's here, and I always think that the tasty ramen well looks so tasty, but I think let's go ahead and swap over to Hawkee, and I'm gonna go collect stars in the other level, so that's gonna take like just a second. I guess I could show what I'm even using those for, so let's go back to the bonus hub just for 1 second before I go grind all that stupid shit. So up in the top left you can see we've got a star counter and an A rank counter. I think I needed 11 A ranks to unlock Beeny World, and then we need 2,500 stars to unlock another level, to be determined. We will be back in just a minute. Alright, we're back. You can see up in the top left I've got 2,500 stars and 12 A ranks, which allows me to play both of these levels. I'm going to play Beeny World first. I'm going to show you something cool. So each one of the characters has like a unique kind of model. Like, I don't know if they use the same model as they do in the normal like levels, like the costumes, but at least here, at least here they all have like, you know, kind of it feels like unique. Like if I play this as Toree, obviously there's a Toree model. If I play this as the whole crew, there's a whole crew model. If I play this as like, I don't know, I think we unlock Beeny from this level, so it would make sense. But if we play as like Beeny in this level, obviously we get to unlock their costume. This is in reference to another Siactro game. I think it's called Beeny's World, Beenys World. I don't know. It's a cool enough game, I guess. I just have never been enamored enough by the old, what is it, like Donkey Kong Country games to bother playing them. So that's the first bonus level down. Like I said, I'm going to be playing through like all the little bonus joints now. Kiwi World is next. So once again, we can play as... Hawkee here. So this is a level, or it looks like an expanded on level from one of the Kiwi games. I think there's only one Kiwi game. But anyway, let's kind of like look at the problem. Let's see what we've got going on and stuff. So we have 5 rings here, and which means as we go around the map, we have to hop through 5 rings, also unlock 5 rings. So I want to start out with like the kind of weirdish secret that there is in this game. So, we talked about environmental storytelling across all the Toree games. Don't worry, we're not doing nothing here. So there's like the Skyfleet Armada, right? And we're not going to overly go over this, so don't worry. And it looks like it's kind of like crash landed, and then if you follow some footsteps out of... well, it looks like from that fleet over there is like the one specifically. We follow footsteps out towards this way. We can see one of these like little ghoul type things from the Kiwi games. They have like these little rings around their heads, and they look kind of like I said, ghouls. And then you can see there is this character who, I guess also, well, we saw like some statues of that person it kind of looked like in the other games, or at least that model of character. We can't interact with it. This is one of the collectibles from the Kiwi games. These like let you power your ship and stuff. Oh, sorry, I thought it was weird standing on top of that. I thought I heard like a sound effect. But anyway, here is this character. Something kind of very interesting about them is you can see their breathing. I'm going to hold right here for just a second so we can see it. Yeah, they're like breathing out of their mouth. Maybe I'll angle it a little bit better one more time, and you can kind of see like them exhaling. I don't know what the point of all that is, but I thought I'd point it out because it's kind of like, even what made me buy this is I saw a screenshot of it in the game, and I was like, wait a minute, they're going back to here? I don't think there's anything to, like, the rest of this level, really. There's this bird that we've seen across, or like these bird skeletons, like, kind of, they almost look like lizard skeletons, too, that we see across the, Toree, Kiwi, what's the other one? Macbat games. I guess we probably saw it in Beeny or something too. There's like this, I think I hear the little sound effect that made me think there was like rumbling and stuff in the game too. Thankfully, that's not very often in the soundtrack. Speaking of the soundtrack, this is obviously a throwback to that Kiwi game itself. I was wondering if the sun got bigger or smaller. Because, I don't know, I was trying to put it in place of, like, the story, like, where are we, what are we doing? Now, because we had that one level earlier that was just, like I said, basically a cameo of, like, all the levels that this guy has made. Siactro, like, across, well, not all the levels, but, like, references most of his big games and stuff. Beeny's game, Kiwi's game, Macbat's game, maybe earlier Toree games, of course. I think we only have, one more ring to get, and it's on top of this. It kind of like makes you practice all of the different platforming that we've had to do in the game. Well, so far. I mean, and that's really only, like, it's a very basic understanding of the thing, because it's not even really quite what's going on here. But and then we've got these statues from kind of before. It sounds like maybe they have a sound effect when you're near them a little bit, like a fucking groaning or something. Not like a groaning, but like a growling a little bit. All right, cool. So we unlock the Kiwi costume, and we leave the level through this goal, and that is the Kiwi bonus level done and over with. Kiwi's World. Okay, I'm trying to think what we should do next. Let's go back to the bonus hub. I want to do some more bonus shit. Because we have secrets to show and a couple different levels and stuff. So there's this little arcade machine on the side of the bonus level here that we can interact with, and it throws us to a whole new menu. Mini games, delete save file, sound test. I'm kind of interested to see, like, in old games, you used to be able to play these in a specific order, and it would unlock secrets. I doubt very highly you could because you can't play them individually here. I don't want nothing that intense. Okay, so we're going to play all the bonus mini games here. There's actually a fourth hidden one that we have to activate from the level itself. There's no, like, as far as I'm aware of, like, unlockables or anything. You just have to race this. Looks a lot like the old speed, or what do they call them, like, wave racer games. I have played a couple different now. Sega Genesis 64, like, looking racing games, or not racing games, but like water aquatic games, and this one fits right up there in terms of feel. There's a little bit to the turning mechanic that's not great, but I don't know who's trying to speed run this mini game. Honestly, no hate, but it's whatever. Yeah, we just have to do 3 laps. All of these kind of feel like tech demos, which is nice because like that's like I think what they're supposed to feel like. Not even tech demos, just like I don't know. If you was trying to prove that you could code a game like this, and you're like and in like an evening, you were like, nah, watch this, I can code that fucking game. And then this is like what comes as a result of it. So we got a new costume unlocked. I'm content with that. Flow Star Rush, it was called. I wonder if there's still people doing like playthroughs on YouTube of like old like wave racer games that aren't speedruns. Okay, up next, I can't read the name of that, something fantasy draft duel. This is kind of funny. Force and fantasy draft duel, attack and defend. So this is kind of funny. This was actually really funny. Siactro released on their YouTube, like, we have stopped production on everything and now we're making this game. And they showed this, and you could like download and play this as like a standalone join. I still don't super understand this. I think you're just playing a number that's higher on the left in attack or defense, and if you beat their alternate one, like we were playing defense this turn, we beat them, and then like it's another defensive round, we'll surely beat them with another 15 scorer. I think the art here is just phenomenal, like jaw-dropping beautiful, but let me think. Yeah, let's do the dragon on this side here. 11 and 11. Ooh, and we tied. Okay, so we're pretty much slated to just win this one. Now, our defense on this one sucks. We only got to do defense over and over again. Oh, and she just stomps me here. But that's okay, because we won, and because we did, we got another new costume. Let's go back. It's got pretty music. And I love card games, so even if that's like a little shitter one, I almost kind of want to do that one again. You know what, fuck it, let's do that one more time, because I want to show off more art. Sorry, fellas, sorry. I know you probably thought we were done there. Wow, give me a very similar hand to it before. Let me do this 11 and 4 for the attack. And they got another dragon, and we tied. Okay, one more, 11 and 11. I might... Nah, this is another swamp one. I don't want the whole playthrough to be this. So, wow, and another full-on attack one. Oh, and we tied both of those times before. Oh, that's not good, is it? Damn it. Looks like we're gonna lose this one, but at least I'll get to show off a little bit more art. I don't want this to be the whole playthrough, though. You had a shitty attack one too. Sorry, buddy. All right. So yeah, we're gonna actually move on from that. I've had enough of that. I think this next one that we were playing, Sky Dancer. I can't remember. Isn't it made by wow, it's made by a company. I can't think of who they are, but they have like really pretty games, but I thought it was like a fucking pinball game, but I can't remember what this game is supposed to be based off of. I've seen it everywhere. I've never liked it any time that I've seen it, but the company that makes that game makes other games that I like. I'm sure that I'll probably have put a picture of it up here. I just can't remember what it's called. This is really pretty. I love this kind of art. Reminds me a lot of, wow, I can't think of his name right now. Isn't it Modus Interactive, is it? He makes a lot of pretty backgrounds, if that's who I'm thinking of. Oh, wait, what the hell is that? A star? Whatever. Looks like every once in a while I let out like a big star. I don't know. There's no point to really doing any of these. It just lets me collect more costumes, and I don't know, they're bonus levels. Like I said, this one in particular looks pretty. This would be awesome to kind of have as a background if you edited out the timer and the star collecting thing. I don't know. I like old kind of 3D art like this a lot. All right. And there's not really a whole lot to this level in and of itself. We just have to collect a bunch of these like little throwaway stars. Pretty. Definitely pretty. Not super fun, but who cares? Cool, we won. Let's go back, right? And I don't think I have any more bonuses here to show. I do want to kind of maybe get a feel for how many costumes I have unlocked, and then we'll go through the game and show off some different secrets there too. Okay, who to pick? I might pick original villain, original player, Pengu. Let's do original villain. I want to run around with this guy for a little bit. All right, level select. So Toree versus Hawkee. I guess I can show off a secret here. It's not really too intricate or involved. It's going to be very weird not playing as like Toree or Hawkee, who also like looks similar to Toree. It's going to be weird running around all these levels as them or this guy, because it just has a completely different feel now that his model is smaller. Plays the exact same, which is nice. Whoa, easy there. I don't know if I just keep falling. And it's not like killing me. I was worried there it was killing me. But I keep forgetting we can't really die here at the beginning. All right. So this is easy. This is the first kind of secret that I'll show off here. On this like little offshoot here. There's in Toree Panic Pack. This is where a hidden crystal is, which looks like the ice cream bars in this game. Bunch of copies of MacBat here with the N64 cover. That's pretty cool. All right, let's exit this. So I want to skip the secret that's in Train Heist Terror for now, and let's go to New Siactropolis. Very cool. Very cool name for this level. Was there an original Siactropolis? And I'm also trying to think if I think I'm thinking of New Metropolis, but I don't know what game that's from. We're just pulling that out of the vault in my head. Maybe a Sonic game, hard to tell. Okay, so this is kind of hard to land, but we're aiming for that Pengu over there on the side. Pengu is this universe's in-universe Toree 3D. So, you know how we have Toree 3D here? Well, they have Pengu. I think this is going to be a kind of hard one to hit. Let me try that one again. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so my advice for this, I kind of came up with a strategy for it, is to completely avoid the boost pads. They're good for speeding through the level, but not maintaining much control while you're speeding. So we'll get to about right here, and that should give us enough distance. So you actually have to touch this guy, and then it will load you into the bonus level. Pengu Blast with music by Raz Music. Let's hope it's good. There is nothing, at least as far as I was able to tell, like, really to this level. It feels about half done. I think that's why it was like included as like a little bonus secret instead of like an actual proper level. But I mean, that's kind of how all the bonus levels feel. I think this is more about completing the level than it actually is about collecting all the joints. So I'm not going to, I don't know, rack my brain over how to get all the bottles. I don't think that's the point. Whoop, and I got caught underneath here. There we go. Oh wow, that explosion was kind of loud for me. Alright, and I think we should be approaching the end of the level here. It looks like it, but I might be about half stuck. Damn it. Nope, let me try that again. Alright, so we got a bounce there, and a bounce here, and a boost. Perfect. Then we made our way over here. I don't know. I'm glad that these ended up as tech demos, because none of these seem particularly great, but it doesn't matter. I saw somebody was struggling with the time trial for this one. I don't care. It doesn't unlock anything. I don't think so. I am good off that one. So what else was I thinking? The rest of the secrets. I want to see if there's anything else. So Cloud Parade Paradise doesn't have one. Starry Highway doesn't have one. Fleet Exhibit doesn't have one. Temple of Ka doesn't have one. Back Home doesn't have one. Outside of all the bonus shit I've actually gotten. Fleet Extinction doesn't have one. Inside the Flagship doesn't have one. Okay, so it looks like the next thing that I want to do is switch costumes, actually. Let me go over to the costumes. Yeah, we've only got one more costume to get. So if you swap over to Hawkee, this is actually kind of interesting, and you enter the Train Heist Terror, because this level normally forces you to dress as Hawkee, but if you come in dressed as Hawkee, it unlocks a quote-unquote secret bonus level. It even says it up in the top left, which is just this level, but a few things change. One, there's no collectible stars. Obviously, the kind of like movement to the level is different. Like, we didn't just have that star trail the last time we played this. Oh, another thing, you can actually die to the road in this, unlike during the main game. Like, if I fall to the road, it'll kill us, and I'll have to restart the level. Another thing, no checkpoint stars. And I think that's pretty much it. You don't really unlock anything, I don't know, super cool or secret from having done this, so... that's not the end of the world. It's just kind of like a detail. It makes me wonder if there are any other levels like this, but I haven't seen anybody else talk about it, and I don't know. I'm not really up for experimenting right now, so it feels like something I would experiment with for an hour, and then I would come back and go, nope, there's no other levels like that. Sorry, fellas. So I'm not willing to waste an hour just experimenting. But yeah. That is this level done in its entirety, the secret bonus version of whatever that is. I kind of wondered if other characters, you know, like I just said, could fit into those, but I'm not so certain. I want to make triple-double sure. I think that we're all done with all of those. The only thing we have left to do is the Toree skate park, the freestyle mode. I do want to change my costume. I think I'm going to switch over. You know what? Let's switch to Pengu. So the freestyle mode, I'm going to enter in this where we can actually get it scored. So we're aiming for 6,500 points, I believe, to unlock a character. And we unlock, you know, this is like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater ass games. This is, I don't know, you just get sort of points for doing all kinds of random stuff. I don't really like this mini game for kind of how unforgiving it is a little bit, but that's fine because I read on the Steam discussions that there's some kind of a cheese for this, which I'm going to be showing off. I guess I'll show you how it works now, and then I'm just going to sit here and grind a little bit. So supposedly if I like boost into all three of those and then I come back, and we'll have to get quicker at this obviously, but you're just aiming for these three things, and maybe it would be better if I just like let the controller go dead there. Kinda. What if I like, it looks like that last one I'm going to have to aim into a little bit. Oh man, maybe even the second one. I don't know. So this is kind of the idea. I'm sure I'm going to have to get better at this to get the 6,500 score. But alright, we'll be back once I have that. Be back in just a minute. Oh, thank God. Fucking finally. This has been a bear. I've probably been doing this for an hour. I got to see what this new outfit looks like. I didn't even know other songs existed. I thought the only song that existed in the world was Not Your Homie, Toree Hawk. Okay, how cute. I'm going to show you my new and improved path. So get used to completely restarting if you need to. Oh, I can change music? What? Fun and games, Sunday Parade. Damn, any of these would have been better than listening to Not Your Homie over and over. So, Q&E, I guess you can use to change the songs. Anyway, so I'm going to start this over. This is the new pathing that I took. So we take this rail down and we try to catch the end of this star here. Shit, I actually already have fucked it up. Let's go ahead and just restart it. This is like something that you get kind of used to. So you catch these stars. I guess I'll show it piece by piece before trying to show it all over again. Then catch this ramp 3 times, jump on it 3 times, don't forget it, so that you can maximize the amount of points that you get per like cycle around. I'm not going to try to do this again. Like I said, I've spent probably an hour on this, and it's just, I don't know. I'm over. I'm kind of over it, but I do want to show my audience in case they need to try to get it too. Again, you're just reaching the end here. You do kind of need to take the ramps where I'm showing you. And also, if you miss like something in a cycle, like for example there, I didn't do the 3 jumps on that, just recover as fast as possible. It's more important that you maintain the loop than to try and fix it if you fuck it up. Because you're going to have recovery time. Like, again, I'm making, I don't know, what is it, like 800 per loop or something right around. I didn't do the numbers on it. I just know that this one fucking finally works. But yeah, you can also kind of track how well you're doing by like your points relative to how much time you have left. Like right now, I'm still on course to win this one. Maybe I'll even try to show it off. This has just been an absolute fucking pain. That one where like you just cycle in that corner over and over and over and over again. Like I started losing my sanity. Oh my God, I was starting to see that stupid ass eagle all over my room. Starting to think birds rule, chaos sandwich, Y2K, whatever the hell all this shit is written on the walls. It was just driving me crazy. But Thankfully, I've got the Toree Hawk outfit. Like I said, if you're missing stuff in the loop, like, get it on the next time. Just say fucking forget it for this time, and we should be able to succeed across one more loop. Like, if I do one more entire loop well enough, we should have enough points to win. 1, 2, 3. This one's going to actually be pretty close. Wow, we made it just in time. 6,500. It don't get no more perfect than that. Now, the only other thing I wanted to show while we're here is people figured out the 6,500 thing, because you can see 6,500 points here, so that's kind of cool. I think that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the hub. I want to look at I don't think I'm going to look at every costume or anything. You can talk to MacBay. These guys show you where the secret levels are, give you hints for it. The other day I was exploring that temple in the jungle. I could have sworn I saw something on top of it, and then the ramen guy says, "Hey Toree, man, those ships near the coast are kind of cool, right? I would want to protect something secret. I would put it on one of those ships if I wanted to protect something secret." But that has been it, and kind of thank God. This one's a lot cooler than the Toree Panic Pack. Like I said, maybe in the future I'll consider like playing the Toree Panic Pack if I get particularly bored or something in it particularly interests me. But otherwise, yeah, that has been the entirety of this game. I guess I'll end it up by looking at the level select one more time, just so that we can see all the A and S ranks that I got. I even got one shining S rank on the Story Highway. Very cool. Oh no, I got a second one from the Glamour City. Cool. And yeah, that's been Toree Saturn. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Definitely a good pickup. I'm interested to see, because now Siactro said that he didn't want to do like a game as quote unquote big as this again, so I'm interested to see what he does next. But I'll be here for it. So I will see you guys all next week. Later.